They never.
Welcome in, welcome in. All right, YouTube is here. Twitch is here. And TikTok is slowly rolling in. Thanks for being here, everyone. Feel free to drop a comment with where you're coming in from. Feel free to tap like on the video so that the algorithm will send it around. We are just kicking off. And let's go ahead and kick off. So thank you so much for being here. My name's John. I'm a senior software engineer with about 10 years of experience. I'm the lead maintainer of Ladderly.io, which is an open source website that helps you land your first or next programming role. You can sign up for free, and then for as little as $1 a month, you can unlock the advanced checklist and some other cool benefits. There's a premium tier with a small group that meets virtually, but there's live interaction. It's really cool. And you can tap the GitHub in the footer to get to the source code. You can also join the Discord for free, drop down under the community tab. So what are we working on today? Today we are improving the blog. So there's a blog article. The blog article is on job boards. Okay, leveraging job boards to land your next programming role. It's an evidence-based approach. There's a public spreadsheet. You can check out the spreadsheet and the criteria for recommendation. And basically there are 8 recommended job boards as of the writing of this article, but we found a new one. We actually found 2 new ones. So we'll be updating this to bring it up to 10. Isn't that a nice number? We always love 10. It's a great Schelling point. So underdog.io matches very well with Ladderly's evidence-based approach and focus on time efficiency. So it says apply to top startup jobs in 60 seconds. It's one of these websites that lets you build a single profile and then apply to a large number of jobs with a single profile. And so that generates time efficiency, and that's what we love to see. Turn away more than 50% plus. There's another stat in here. Let's see. There's basically other bits of data that make it a good idea. I don't know where they are though. It's on my TikTok. Okay, let's bring up the TikTok. Why not? Okay, so where's the post I did about underdog.io? Yeah, okay. 85% of candidates receive an interview request in their first week on the platform. 85% of candidates receive an interview request on the first week in the platform. That's a bit of data that makes it valuable to me. All right, great. So we'll be adding Underdog. And there is another way to improve this job board article, which is, given that I'm looking at these job boards, what job postings should I investigate? And the answer is that there are like 10 or 15 job titles that you can look for. And I've had conversations with a bunch of people, and at this point, I'm like, I should just write it down. Like, don't repeat yourself, right? If I'm telling many people, then we should write it down. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for being here. Okay, so this is going to be issue 207, the Better Job Board blog. Let's see, do I have the job titles written down? No, it just says to mention the job titles. Hopefully I can do them from memory. We'll get there soon. Or I'll just go ahead and mention them briefly. The second thing that I'd like to do if we have time, and I think we will have time because these are mostly content updates. The second thing is the solution playlist. So there is now a YouTube solution playlist to all of the LeetCode Kata problems. This is in the Python flavor. There's also a Java and JavaScript option, but they're not mentioned on the LeetCode Solutions blog article number 7. So I would like to link them here. That's the second thing. And then real icing on the cake, third thing, I don't know if we'll get to this third thing, is to colorize these blocks. I say I don't know if we'll get to it, but on the other hand, it could be very quick. It's going to depend on what the configuration code looks like. It's also going to depend on whether GPT is aware, because I'm just going to ask GPT. And if it's like, here's the answer, it could be really quick. So before we dive into the code, including content updates and code configuration, let me check on two things. First of all, I want to make sure there is a backlogged issue for Laterally to upgrade to the app router. Okay, so here's the plugin Raider, mobile app, modules, Epic, career development, service catalog. None of these are appropriate. Upgrade, update. Upgrade Blitz, might have mentioned it under here, can ship together with 182. Var to silence logs, that's fine. I want to bump the priority on this. Now that we have some more time, mark that as high priority. This is a V2. I think the idea behind V2 is the upgrade, but let's go see. So these are all tagged V2. Upgrade Blitz. Auditor Center, we're not going to get to that. Integrate this. Prisma 5 upgrade, yep. RYG and Rect. When we integrate those, that's going to be, okay, that's what V2 is. That's going to be a major change, actually. And it could go together with the app router. So I'm not seeing it. So let's go ahead and backlog it. Upgrade Blitz will upgrade Next.js. It just doesn't mention it. But the latest version of Blitz uses the app router. So here's blitzjs.com. It's a wrapper around Next.js. And if we go look at their latest version, 208 shipped 3 weeks ago. And let's read their releases. I think V2 is the app directory starter. Yeah. So V2 is when Blitz started using the app directory. Big win right there. So if we upgrade to 208, then we get that. I'll just mention that. This includes upgrading to use the Next app router. Thank you so much for the likes. Bathsheba, thanks for being here. Quick reminder, if you're on TikTok, you can check the link in the bio and go to YouTube or Twitch and be able to see the full screen. Okay, so that was one thing that I wanted to look into. The second thing that I wanted to look into is the job titles, just to write them down while they're sort of on my mind. So the Better Job Board blog, job titles that you'll be qualified for if you complete the Laterally standard checklist, which is available for free. So once again, go to laterally.io. Here's the standard checklist, and it's 26 steps long. It includes building 4 web projects, basically, the big 4 projects. And they're centered around React and Next.js, things employers are looking for. And when you complete that, you will be qualified to apply for like a dozen job titles. So let's talk about them. Front-end developer, full stack developer, note that many job titles have spelling variants. You should feel comfortable applying to job posts under any of the spelling variants. Consult Google keyword trends to select the recommended variant for your own resume, LinkedIn profile, and other messaging, and other written messaging, and other written communication. So I think full stack is all one word is the most popular, for example. So there's full stack developer. Full stack developer will compare to full stack developer with a space and full stack developer with a dash. So there's 3 spelling variants. And we want to zoom out from the past day. We want to look at the past probably 12 months, maybe 90 days would cut it. But now you can see they are not created equal, right? They're not created equal. So full stack developer, all one word, is greatly preferred. And this is basically SEO for your resume. So recruiters are going to LinkedIn or whatever job search platform, but very often LinkedIn, and they will be searching for keywords. It's just like SEO for your resume. So you want to use the one that will result with you appearing in their search results. For example, full stack developer as spelled is the most popular spelling variant for that job family over the past 12 months, according to Google keyword trends, Google Trends. It's just called Google Trends. It's not called Google Keyword Trends, but in my brain, it's Google Keyword Trends. We'll link this according to Google Trends. Hit the preview. The link looks good. Okay. A recommended mental model is to approach resume and profile wording using an SEO mindset, since recruiters and others will often literally be using keyword search tools to sift through these material. Material is probably not the best word, but you get the gist, right? Okay, so front-end developer, full stack developer. I wouldn't recommend that you go straight up for back-end. That could be a specialization. And let's also mention specializations. Later specializations can include security, InfoSec or CyberSec, DevOps, testing, SEO, accessibility, data visualization. Is it an S or a Z? Let's ask the keyword trends, eh? Over 1,000 likes. Thank you so much, Bathsheba. So here's data visualization with an S. Here's data visualization with a Z. We will check the past year, and it's an S all the way. Okay, cool. Right. Data engineering and other data ops, or I guess these are kind of related. No, data engineering and data visualization are pretty different. You're going to be using different libraries and so forth. Data engineering, you're going to want to start to get into Python. Other languages. Backend can go in here. Backend development. Security, InfoSec, or CyberSec. DevOps, testing, SEO, accessibility, data visualization, backend development, data engineering. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it as data engineering. That's fine. Okay. Is data ops a thing? I think it is. Isn't it just data engineering? Okay, they want to say it's different. Whatever. I don't care. Fine. We'll specify them separately. Holos, I just finished a web development MERN stack and looking for entry positions. Great. Check out Latterly.io, join the Discord. If I don't get to your questions during the stream, we can talk after the stream. There is a lot of tips that I can share with you. And you can also just browse the website, right? There's a lot of tips in the open source checklist. KB, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, KB. Reminder, if you're on TikTok, you can go over to YouTube. Link is in the bio and see the full screen. And then there's to do, make a junior to senior checklist. So the standard checklist is entry focused. And in the future, I would like to make a junior to senior checklist. So I'll just have that as a to-do for now. So the titles is the focus here. Front end, full stack. Don't recommend that you go back end. At this stage, there's UI developer. People are going to say that, believe it or not. Let's go to Indeed.com. I bet I can get some hits. UI and UX are sometimes used together. UI developer. Yeah, there's UI developer. And I can find UX developer. And then there's UI UX. So we'll mention all three. It's kind of like one title, but whatever. UI developer, UX developer, and or UI UX developer. Any virtually or like whenever the term developer is used in the below list, you can also look for roles which swap in the term engineer. Okay, so then there's software developer, UI developer, UX developer, UI UX developer, web developer, JavaScript developer, TypeScript developer, front end, full stack, UI, UX, software, web, JavaScript, TypeScript. Let's see. I think there's going to be, React developer, Angular developer, React developer, Angular developer, Vue developer. Yes, I believe that once you have learned React and Next.js, you can apply to other frameworks, even if you have zero experience in those frameworks. At the entry level, the interviewer mindset is that if you know one of the frameworks, you can pick one of the others up. Okay, so here's 10. I think there were a couple more. Maybe email. Is it email developer? Grand. Oh, hey, what's up? Long time. I could be a sounding board here. Yeah. I remember you because of your username, bro, which I'm not going to say on air. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. It's been a while. And yes, comments or feedback is always welcome. Thank you so much for offering. So I'm reaching because I feel that I'm missing 2. So I'm going to try and remember those. But yeah, feel free to crud on this, create if I'm missing, or edit, or even take some off if you think so. Or feel free to +1 me if you agree, and then I can get some street cred because there's a manager on Twitch. Thanks for coming in from the Twitch side. App developer. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Cast a wide net, right? Is it email developer? Is this a thing? I think I've seen people that literally just want like someone to make HTML and CSS flat files, which is not a great career move, but at the junior level, why not? Application engineer. Here we go. Exactly what the software engineering manager suggested. Okay, senior software developer, great. Senior software engineer, web application. Oh yeah. So I said web developer, but it's worth mentioning web developer or web application developer. I think juniors sometimes get mixed up on websites versus web applications. In an enterprise context, they're equivalent. So really a web application is just a complicated website. And in an enterprise situation, they're almost always going to be complicated. So they're basically equivalent. So there's Angular, front end, Drupal. Ooh, nope, not at least not on the basis of my curriculum. I think we've hit all of these. I'm not seeing email developer. I feel like I've seen it in the past, but I guess I'm not seeing it right now. HTML developer, I don't think is a thing, but let's check it. Why not? Junior developer, yeah. And how about React programmer? React programmer, is that going to come up? And how about junior programmer? Not really a popular title. Not really a popular title. But I guess it's worth jotting down. Okay, so the other would be junior developer. Junior developer. You don't want to mess with PHP. I think PHP is fine. I mean, I got started with WordPress when I was a junior. My curriculum does not teach it though. So if you complete my curriculum, I would not consider you qualified for PHP. Feel free to go on and learn it. Later specializations can include other languages. Okay, good. So yeah, there's the dozen. And then, those say developer, developer, developer. You can swap in engineer. Arguably, it's more than a dozen if you want to parse these out and these out and these out. So yeah, I was thinking 10 to 15. So this passes the smell test. And then I think I was also thinking of email engineer, but we kind of crossed that out. You can also look for roles which swap in the term engineer or programmer. Cool. So I think that kicks things off, and let's go ahead and get started. How about someone who just writes unit tests because I did that all day? Yeah, that would be considered a developer in test, a software engineer in test, an engineer in test. This is considered a specialization. It's really not an entry role. And sometimes I see people who are like engineers in test and they appear to be relatively junior, and I'm baffled, like, how did you get here? Because you would think that you need to write code before that you test it. You would think that you would need to learn how to develop code before you learn how to test it. So I don't know. I guess some people get in there somehow, and power to them. Like, good job breaking into tech. On the basis of the curriculum that I give, however, I don't think you would be adequately prepared to become an engineer in test on the basis of the entry, like the standard checklist. When you go to latterly.io, these 26 steps, I don't think you would be ready to be an engineer in test. Maybe if you did something really crazy with the capstone, if your capstone was like really intense testing, then maybe. But frankly, I would say like, hey, do these 4 projects and then you can specialize after that. And I do think testing is a fantastic intermediate level specialization, by the way, because by the time you're senior or staff, you like it's kind of table stakes that you're good at testing. So it does appear to be a gap. It's like, how do I go from junior to senior without learning how to test? Well, you don't. You learn how to test. So I would not recommend that you become a software engineer and test at the junior level, frankly, or even at the senior level. I mean, if you're really into it, go for it. But I would rather you be a software engineer who is skilled at testing than a software engineer who becomes an engineer in test. And there are some reasons for that. There's things around job satisfaction, compensation, career growth, job count opportunities, where if you specialize into engineer and test, in some ways you might be limiting yourself, in contrast to the case where you consider yourself a software engineer who's just like really good at testing. There's going to be more job opportunities, more compensation opportunities, upskilling opportunities, and so on. So that would be my hot take. Yeah, come over to the Discord and we can chat further about it. Unit testing is a necessary evil because it helps find things in logic you missed. I'll be honest, you know, when I was earlier in my career, I might have agreed it was a necessary evil. But as a senior, I love testing, dude. Like maybe I'm just have gone crazy. Maybe I've just been in tech too long. But I literally love testing because I want my test to fail so that I can watch myself fix it, so that I know that the line of code that fixed it is operating as expected. It gives me more confidence that I can go to production and the code that I ship is going to do the thing that I want because I saw it fail and then I saw it pass. Contrast that with a situation where you write some code and then the test just passes. Maybe it's a false pass. Like maybe it's a false pass, right? But if you see it break and then you fix it, it's really unlikely that it's like a false pass. Does that make sense? So I love my tests and I love when a test breaks. Like genuinely. Okay, back on track. So let's make a better job board blog. I'm opening up VS Code. Where are we at? Here's VS Code. What's my branch? Let's make a quick feature branch. We're on the calendar feature, which already shipped. Check out the calendar feature, by the way. So we just shipped this like a day or two ago. So you can go to the community tab, go to the events calendar and click here. And it will, it's a public Google calendar that you can add and it will give you the stream schedule. And if we do other events like a hackathon or something like that, we'll throw it on there. Okay, so I'm changing my branch and I will call it 207 job board. So here I'm going to git fetch origin main. I'm going to git checkout -b 207 better job board. Git branch to confirm I switched. Q. Git reset -hard origin main. Git push. We'll set the upstream. So I have my local branch and now I'm pushing a remote branch. And we'll make some small change and push it and open a pull request, a draft pull request. Okay, so the job board blog, to find that, I'm in my repository. This is a multi-root setup, but that's okay because this is going to be unique across the repositories anyway. I'll type Command P, I'm on Mac, Control P if you're on Windows, BOLG, job, easy to find, BLOG, JOB, okay? So here's the current article. Here's the current article. And I'm going to go over to GPT-4. Let's enhance this markdown article according to some requirements that I will separately provide. Let me know when you are ready. Current state. All right, GPT is ready. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to get my user story. I'm going to go over here. Here is a copy of the GitHub issue explaining the requirements. Ask any clarifying questions that you have before providing the updated markdown. Yes, you do not need to list the variants. Simply mention that the variants exist. List the literal job titles mentioned. Isn't this great? So it knows the URLs for LinkedIn and Hired. I don't have to go look them up. We're going to obviously check them to make sure they're effective, and we may need to correct. But look at the time it's saving me. You got to love GPT-4. If you did this with GPT 3.5, it's not going to be as good. I repeat this over and over, but I'll repeat it again. Spend the money to get GPT-4. Spend the money. Thanks so much for being here. Quick reminder to please follow the page, tap like so the algorithm will send it around, and sign up at ladderly.io and join the Discord under the community tab. Okay, so let me copy this. Oh, continue generating, it says. Okay, let's continue generating. So let's copy this. I'm going to click over here, Command A, Command V, Command S. Here I'm tapping the change on the left, so it opens the Git diff and I can read. It's a little bit rough to read, isn't it? So let me right click and open the preview, which is going to render the markdown. So this is the rendered form. I still have my YouTube link, still have my spreadsheet link, so that's retained. Here's hired.com. These are linked as desired. We can go ahead and verify them now. Why not? You can see I'm using hired.com presently, and it's working. Got some active interviews. Okay. LinkedIn jobs. Good. Indeed. Everything's looking good. Interviewing.io. I love this website. Interviewing.io helped me get an offer from Google, which I turned down because I got an even better offer from a different company. But who knows? Maybe I'll go get a new offer from Google. Audda, I haven't tried yet. Based on research, it's a great job board, but I will be trying it out personally for the first time soon. URL seems correct. That's the thing we're checking for now. Well found, formerly Angels List. We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay, link is correct. Built in Yeah, this is one of the ones that I'm less familiar with, but the research says it's good. Work at a startup. Oh, work at a startup is the same as Y Combinator jobs. Okay, so we don't need to add that line item then. Okay, so there's 9 job boards. Work at a startup. What's going on here? So here's Y Combinator jobs. I think I might. Oh, and Y Combinator jobs takes you to work at a startup. So let's delete this. How do I want to write this out? Do I want to do the AKA thing? I'll just say affiliated with Y Combinator. That makes sense, right? Feedback welcome. Let me know if there's a better way I should do that. Offers a bulk apply feature affiliated with Y Combinator. I think that's great. Underdog.io, the place to be. Okay, so let's return to our user story criteria. So criteria 1 is link the new job boards. That's done. Additional platforms with potential. We should clarify these are listed on the spreadsheet. Command F, Command V. The 7 additional platforms identified, John, which could be beneficial for specific needs, are detailed on the provided spreadsheet. Nice. That should be a contrast. That should be an update. Yeah, much better, much better. Okay. Job titles. Note that many this is the GPT-4 equivalent writing. Note that many job titles have spelling variants. Consult Google Trends to select the recommended variant for your resume, LinkedIn profile, and other written communication using an SEO mindset. Fine. It's a little more terse. That's fine. Job titles include, oh no, that is actually too terse. I need you to look at the annual frame, because if you look at it on a daily frame, you'll get confused. Latterly recommends consulting the Google Trends 12-month view. In this view, for instance, we currently see that full stack developer is a preferred spelling to full stack developer. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great. After obtaining a role like this, specializations. Oh yeah, I don't know. How do I frame this? Because there's actually 2 pieces here. The first piece is after you get a job, if you want to upskill to intermediate or senior, you can specialize. The other is if you're not getting a job and if you're still like working on your skills while you get a job, you can go ahead and work on one of these, like now. I feel like I should just write down what I just said. Specializations can include Latterly recommends continuous skill development concurrent with the job search. You can learn a specialization after obtaining an entry-level role, or you can potentially start to specialize even while you are on the entry level role job search. And Grandpa on Twitch, feedback is welcome. That if you would want to push back on that, I'd be happy to take your feedback. One of the things that I'm not so keen on is learning multiple languages at once as a junior. So I do feel like this one probably want to defer. DevOps is a great one. I think DevOps, testing, SEO, accessibility, data visualization. I think these, let me just go ahead and mark them. I think these in particular are sort of like junior friendly specializations, if that makes sense. Specializations marked with an asterisk are considered junior friendly specializations. And then 2 asterisks on this one. Learning multiple languages as a junior is discouraged. This is a great specialization at the at the mid to senior level. I'll just say senior level, mid to senior level. I lied. I'll say intermediate to senior level. I want to enumerate these so that you can easily see that there are 12 of them instead of using dashes. Okay, cool. So the 7 additional platforms, this is fine. No, that should say there are 7 additional platforms identified by John, which could be beneficial for specific needs. They are detailed on the provided spreadsheet. Good. I think this is looking good at this point. Okay, so let's go back to our requirements. Link the job boards done. Explain about taking skill assessments. I need to add that. Hired, this is done. Clarify, these are done. Mention qualified job titles. This is all done. Okay, so the last bit will be explain about taking skill assessments on hired.com. So how does this render? Oh, it's kind of mentioned in line. Candidates must complete skill assessments, which are crucial for unlocking opportunities on this platform. Okay, GPT took care of it. Good job. That's well done. Yeah, if you sign up at hired.com and if you don't take the assessments, it might just tell you like there's no opportunities for you. I'll be doing one of these assessments tomorrow. Can I stream it? I don't know if there's like an NDA-ish thing. They never gave me an NDA. So whatever. So I'm gonna plan on streaming it, and then if they yell at me, I'll take it down. But there's kind of like elite here. There's kind of like elite codish flavor to it, mixed with multiple choice, and they give you 3 attempts. So you can see I did this one attempt and I got like a 70%, but I need to get 80% to get this badge for front end. So I'll do another attempt at 3 p.m. Eastern or noon Pacific tomorrow. So follow the page and tune in for that, and you can get a feel for what these hired.com assessments look like. There's a bunch of different badges, so it's not like 3 times and you blow it in your SOL. There's like front end, back end, full stack, mobile. Oh, mobile is another specialization. Okay, great. How junior friendly is mobile? M in the chat if you think that mobile is junior friendly. I'm going to go with no. I'm going to say that's more an intermediate level skill, but if I get 2 or 3 M's in the chat, then I'll throw the asterisk on it and I'll call that one junior friendly. We are teaching React, so the React to React Native move, I can be persuaded. Arguably, it's easy enough. All right, so here, this is going to be docs, enhanced job board article. Let me go update the date. So this will be 5/7. It's not junior friendly in my opinion. Thank you so much. I value your opinion. So we will not call it junior friendly then. Thank you so much for sharing. Cool. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? Okay, well, I thought some content updates would be quick, but I guess we put some serious thought into the content. And it ended up taking some time. So this will knock out 207. What were the others? The solution playlist. We can do that really quick. So we won't get to the third, but we'll close the 2. So let me open this pull request. So this will say closes 207, closes 210. All right. Improves the job board article to mention job titles under search, skill specializations, another job board, and job board links. Okay, so that's one thing it does. And then the other thing it does is links to the YouTube LeetCode solutions playlists on the Article 7 for LeetCode solutions. So we'll create this PR. Closes 207, closes 210, checking those are the right ones. Okay. So this pull request looks good. Let me add the one other file. Right click, close others. Here I'll click on the title. It's going to be a sibling file. We're looking for Article 7. Oh, now these files are confusing, eh? The file name is based on the created date, but the date listed is the updated at date. I'm going to say that that's fine for now, but that's arguably confusing. This will be the first of its kind, I think. as far as I recall anyway. Okay, so we're looking for LeetCode solutions. Here we are. 5724 is also for this. 5. I could just change the file name as well. They'll still be unique. They'll just be like slightly out of order. Whatever, I think it's fine. This article contains curated solutions to the problems found in the Latterly kata. In addition to the written solutions below, here are links to 3 YouTube playlists, which contain solutions for, but here, let me not say 3. If I remove the term 3, now it's extendable. So there could be like a 4th and a 5th. But on the other hand, if I ever go list the 4th and 5th, I'll have to update this article anyway. In addition to the written solutions below, here are links to 3 YouTube playlists which contain solutions which contain solutions themed around a particular programming language. How about 4? Isn't that simpler? Which contain solutions for which each contain. There's the word I need. Which each contain solutions for a particular programming language. So there's the Latterly, LeetCode, Kata, Solutions, Python. Okay, 2 and 3. Python is my favorite to interview with. So, yeah, that's just how it be. There was also in the privacy policy, there was like a link that wasn't very link looking. Maybe that's something I can go quick fix. I think so. Why not? I can do a quick class name on here. Whoa, that was wild. Underlined or underline? I think it's underlined. Oh, my dev server is not running. Wow, we did a lot of development for no dev server running. npm run dev. When I submitted my Google app, so you could do the social sign-on with Google, that'll be upcoming soon. It's not implemented yet, but when I submitted it, they want to have my privacy policy for the website, and I gave them my local host URL, and they emailed me, and they were like, "We can't use this." It works on my machine, bro. Why can't you use it? Like, it's a good article, I promise. All right, so let me get the YouTube URL. So we'll be wrapping up in the next 5, y'all. Make sure to like the video, follow the page so that you get, I guess you should, if you're on YouTube, you should hit the notification bell so that you get notified next time around. You can also go add the events calendar on latterly.io under the events calendar. Click here, and that will also give you reminders for upcoming streams. Yeah, this admin.latterly, it didn't work well. So is it not underlined? Is it underlined? Yeah, it's underlined without the D. Tailwind, just make an alias, bro. No, it's good that there's a specific name. Consistency, right? We love code consistency. So this is kind of an unrelated feature. This is kind of Boy Scouty. I like it though. This is really a style commit. Underline email. Okay, here's the LeetCode solutions. Now let me go to my playlists. Here is Python. And we want Java and JavaScript. I saw a meme today from a creator that I like, and it said, I always recommend learning Java first, so that whenever you learn Java, all you have remaining is the script. It's a top tier programming joke. Yeah, you should learn Java first. Why? It's in the first part of the word, like alphabetical sort, homie. Yo, I have a coding question in JavaScript. You think you'd be able to answer it? Maybe. I don't know. JavaScript can get tricky, can't it? Hit me. TikTok agency recommendations. I don't have one of those. I wish I did. Lol, I learned JavaScript, possibly will do Java next. Living on the edge there, reverse alpha sort. Living on the edge. Are you alpha? I'm not alpha, I'm reverse alpha. Got him. Hit me with the JavaScript question. Unless it's like too long for the TikTok comments, then I'm probably not going to do it. Okay, so let's check out the blog. I think we're doing good here. So we have the LeetCode solutions. In addition to the written solutions below, here are links to 3 YouTube playlists, which each contain solutions for a particular programming language. Valid, Java, valid, JavaScript, valid. Okay, great. These look good. I'm pulling data as posts from a MongoDB, and I need to display them on my website as a post. How? Yeah, you should come over to the Discord. We have a like programming help channel on the Discord. So go over to the community, drop it down, events calendar. This is going to depend on your schema, but like ChatGPT can really, really help here. How to pull posts from MongoDB. Are you using JavaScript or TypeScript? I'll assume JavaScript. So this will walk you through all the steps. Like you need to make sure you have the library installed, right? I assume you already got that. You need to have your connector. Do you already have your connector? So there's like a lot of these steps to check, but like once everything is set up, the actual pull itself can be simple depending on your model. Can be simple depending on your model. All right. So this will make the data available in your service layer. Then you need to provide that data to your client somehow. And the network protocol, there's like a bunch of approaches. You could use GraphQL, you could use REST. So basically, like what does your controller layer look like is going to be a little bit distinct from how do you select out of the Mongo database. Does that make sense? I've been trying all day. I've got it to pull each from the DB, but it won't duplicate on the website. Do you want it to duplicate on the website? It won't duplicate on the website. Yeah, come over to the Discord. Let's chat about it. We might even be able to do a stream together if you're interested in that. That could be good content for Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is like my non-LeetCode streams. Also, it'll be really interesting whether or not you're doing like an open source thing, like a portfolio project, or if it's like a closed source thing. If it's open source, though, we could potentially like fix it on stream. That would be really cool. Okay, sounds good. Stream together, could do. Haven't done TikTok in a while. Awesome. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So here, this will be a docs commit, link playlists from, or like for LC solutions. Excuse me. Losing my voice over here. We'll push that. I'll kill my local server. It's not open source for right now. It's going to be a public app. Okay. Okay. Well, then we don't necessarily need to stream it. If you don't want to share your code, that's totally understandable. But drop by the Discord anyway, and we can talk. Maybe we'll do like a one-on-one call or something. I have a feeling we can probably fix this in like 20 or 30 minutes. Although in general, like for the audience, I don't recommend Mongo for juniors. I know there's a lot of material on the web that says that MERN-Stack is this really junior-friendly stack. I don't think so. I recommend Next.js with SQL. Next.js with SQL. Postgres in particular, and Supabase in particular. Supabase is the GOAT, dude. Supabase is the GOAT. And it integrates really well with Next.js and Blitz.js. So what am I doing now? I am looking at my pull request, and we're wrapping up here. Okay, so here's my number 215 enhanced job board article pull request. We have a check, so the Vercel integrated deployment is looking good. And in the sense that it built. Let's check the preview. Deployed to preview, let's view it. This is called an ephemeral environment or a preview environment. You see this, the awesome URL here, which is a unique build ID. Like Vercel is so cool, dude. Vercel is like bafflingly cool. So you see it says continuous Van Devere. I can like write comments on the screen that are like not embedded to the web app. It's like an overlay layer for peer review. That's so cool, dude. Vercel, if you're watching, sponsor your boy. I'll do it for cheap because I love you. What am I checking here? I'm just checking the blog. So I go over to the blog, LeetCode Solutions. They're looking good. They're linking good. Everything is great. Job boards article. These are linked. Links are working. Everything is tested. Everything is tested. Consulting Google oh, this one is a miss. We currently see that. I can link that. That'll be better. That'll be better. Trends. Here's the whole full stack thing. Full stack versus full stack developer. You know what? Maybe I don't need to link it. Let's link it. I don't know. I'm going to link it, and then feel free to tell me if that's a terrible idea. Because when it says we currently see and then it's unlinked, it's like, no, I don't. That's my reaction anyway. We currently see. No, I don't. What are you talking about? We currently see should be linked is my indication there. In this view, for instance, we currently see. I joined the Discord. Dope. Thank you so much. So this will be docs, link Google Trends. Push that up, check preview, and otherwise I think we're ready to merge apart from that like one little, arguably a nit. We can look at the Vercel build progress if we want. Look at this gorgeous dashboard. Thanks everyone again for being here. I hope you'll follow the page. Some really good questions, some really good conversation. All right, building, it's building pretty quick. Killer Star, what up, what up? I think it takes about 2 minutes to build typically. All right, these are all going to go away when I upgrade to the app router. That's super annoying. And then these yellow spots where it's like a little bit overweight. Don't have any red spots, luckily. But those should go away when I upgrade 2.0 V2. It'll be good to collect some performance metrics. I mean, the site is already super fast. It's statically compiled, but it can probably be even super faster. Oh, I don't think the events calendar is on the sitemap. Let me check that because it's too new. Laterally sitemap. FV. Okay. I want to generate the sitemap. So there's a package JSON script for that. I can just run the node script. Okay. So yeah, now it added the events calendar. So this is going to be feet sitemap events cal. All right, so we're going to have to wait for another one. Clifton Hunt, I recently found your channel. Very interesting in the content and perspective you're putting out. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Thank you so much, Clifton. I appreciate the support. That's really a big deal. You know, sometimes people think that one message is like not a big deal, but for a smaller creator like myself, it's really encouraging. So thank you. Limbo on TikTok says, is building the app in HTML, then converting it the best way? It depends on what your goals are. I would say for many people, it is not the best way, but for you, it might be the best way. So the standard practice is that you will build using a framework and compile to HTML. So you write in the higher level and compile to the lower level. But that doesn't mean it's always the best way. It just means that that's like, it's the standard practice because it's the best way most of the time for most use cases and most people, but there's exceptions to like all this stuff. I've never made an app. I don't even know what language apps are made in. Well, you came to the right place. This is like a learner-friendly place to be. All right, so that built quick. We can go quickly look at preview. And what are we looking for? We are looking for the blog article link on the number 7. No, sorry, on the job boards. Okay, and it's the we currently see. Okay, so we currently see, voila, gorgeous. That's what I love to see. Trying to make an advanced mobile social app, so we will see how it goes. Yeah, you're diving in the deep end there. That is not a, it's not a beginner-friendly use case. That's like a pretty complicated thing you're trying to do. Power to you, and I hope it goes well. The Laterally Junior recommendation is to start with front-end web technology and move full stack using React to Next.js. If you want to go into mobile world, the step from there is that you would go into React Native, probably using Expo. I'm a big fan of Expo for React Native to mobile. The problem is, if you're doing like a genuinely complicated mobile app or a mobile app that might suffer from performance issues, React Native is not awesome. You would want to go native first. You would want to go like Swift for iOS or Android for Android world. So you got your work cut out. You got your work cut out for you, bud. Drop by the Discord. We'll see if we can help. All right, let's merge it. We'll attribute this to, sure, why not, my Gmail. And it should have auto-closed, so we should see the issues drop from 96 to 94. There we go. Got the solution playlist in the community calendar now closed. Love to see it. Here you can see some of the stuff coming up next. Let's check out Laterally.io and Vercel, the Vercel deploy to production job. Ali G says use Flutter and Dart. Yeah, there's like welcome to the mobile wars. I don't envy your situation. I will say, like, if I'm writing Android, I like writing Kotlin more than Java. So I like Kotlin over Java. And then I think Swift is actually a gorgeous language for what it's worth. I don't recommend that for juniors because it actually gives you a narrower set of job opportunities. There's a smaller quantity of Swift developer roles compared to web developer roles and their variants. But actually Swift, I think, is like a pretty intuitive language. So that could be fun. This looks like it's ready to go. Let's check the, I don't know if it was auto deployed. So let's verify that. Here's the Latterly project. Created 2 minutes ago, and it's available at latterly.io. Great. So we should be able to now see in prod the stuff we were just talking about. So where's the job boards? There's that we currently used, which is like the latest change. Thank you so much for being here. That's going to wrap it up for today. See you later.